Hey, sweet soul, welcome back to Conscious Lifestyle Coaching. My name is Raileigh Easterling. Today's message is your spiritual ranking has increased. So that means you've been downloading very powerful messages recently, maybe so many that you don't even know what to do with, but they've been very powerful. So this message is going to be for you. If also time is shifting in your life, so the number one sign that your spiritual rank has increased is that you have less time to kind of cater around and have very normal conversations with most people. You don't have the time or energy or capacity or desire to talk about how the weather is or just superficial things. There's so much profound awakening and downloads running through your brain at lightning speed all the time. Because of your ranking, you are so connected, not just to God and to Great Spirit, but you're connected to a lot of people. A lot of people are speaking to you, whether that's directly emails, text messages, phone calls, but also your gift has elevated to the point where you're hearing beyond just the words now. People recognize you now, so now they speak to your spirit within. So there's always this unspoken conversation underlying the physical conversation. Again, because people recognize who you are, and this has only occurred and is happening now because you've accepted exactly who you are now. So lately, you may be finding yourself in this uncomfortable uh, situation where you just don't have time again to respond to everyone in your life. There's lots of people that you are spiritually serving and pouring into and sharing love with. So, as a healer, as a guide, as a teacher, however you resonate with spirituality and how you are leading at this time in humanity, however you decide, you need to make sure that you're focused on whatever mode or medium, whatever place, appointment that you've accepted with God. Make sure you are there and you are serving there. And again, people are recognizing where you are spiritually ranked. So they're going to accept this about you and it's going to be okay. Don't feel that you have to just put this mask on and pretend to be a normal person when you really are gifted with so much awareness that people need to hear from you. So don't hide it from them and don't restrict yourself from embodying this higher version of yourself at this time because again it is needed, and that's why so many people are trying to access your energy, why so many people are trying to speak to you, and why so many people even have the audacity to speak to you in a certain way, because again they really do know who they're speaking to. So be unapologetic in how you are showing up and how you need to speak, and again find your place, accept your place, and know that it's unshakable at this time, and people will meet you where you are serving, where you are pouring the love, and that is okay for you to step into that role. The divine really needs you to accept that it is okay to step into that role and to show up to where you are called. Don't feel that you have to stretch yourself thin to meet everyone else where they are, because as I'm saying, they know who you are at this time. So congratulations for that. You put the crown on. You finally accepted your higher calling, and now just going to be going into the flow of things. So the next thing I want to share with you today is um, just how to prophetically share the messages you're receiving at this time in a way that's not going to further dampen or weather down people's spirit right now, because it's very sensitive at this time. It's very fragile. A lot of people have been moving through very difficult things. And so you have a message that sometimes people need to hear. It's very dense. It can be very, not dark, but it's foreshadowing the destructive path that they're on. And they need to be aware of it. So they're coming to you to be given that awareness. So you have to be very delicate and focused and intentional in a very empowering way in how you speak to people. So, first things first, when you receive a download from God to speak to someone, do not hold back. If you are uncertain, if you're not sure that you should share, then don't. Because remember, you're not the only one on this path. There's many, many, many of us around the world right now who are also angel messengers, oracles, and prophetic speakers. So if you don't feel comfortable with doing it, Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to speak to someone and maybe not give the message the way God is asking you to do it. There's going to be someone else who's going to step in, and you'll never even know about it. But trust that it's happening. God's not going to ask you to do something that's uncomfortable or destructive to someone else and not to yourself. The divine God, your higher self, wants you to be confident when you share a prophetic message. How you know a message is ready to be shared is that there's not going to be this the person who's receiving it, and it's only up to them to decide this. It's going to be very clear what you're speaking to. If the message hasn't been fully ripened, then you could speak to multiple pathways to them, and it's still unclear to them. It's still leaving them confused of which pathway God is speaking to. So it's going to take time to pray on the messages you're receiving before you deliver it, and ask for as long as it takes. God, angels, divine ancestors of the highest light, um, calling in the spiritual guidance team of this person you've put on my spirit. Please show me and deliver to me the exact and direct, clear message you would like me to share in the most loving and empowering way possible. And until you have that on your tongue, do not share it. And then when you do, you will know, because that person will speak directly to you and you'll feel it in your heart and your soul. You'll feel fulfilled. You'll be released. If you're a prophetic speaker, you know what I mean about being released from a message when God says, okay, thank you, you've done the job, you've done the work. So, again, be very discerning, be very cautious about how you are delivering your messages at this time, because what the collective is experiencing is this dichotomy of how people are speaking. So we're witnessing this rise of uh, dark energy curses. It's just the time of the year for it, where people can speak very darkly and they don't recognize that they are cursing themselves and cursing other people. So your job as the prophetic speaker, as the oracle, is to help bring clarity and divine light to speech. You are a divine communicator. So you're here to teach people how to speak in a way that always blesses someone else. It never tears them down. It never leaves them confused and hopeless. Every time you open your mouth, you understand that you, again, are praying for someone else, that you just very may well be the last hope someone needs to hear, the last message they need to hear to keep going. And this is very, very real. So if you're receiving this message, if you're still here, just know that people are in their desperate moments listening to your every word. And this is why, again, you have to sit with things, speak to teachers. Do not be prideful on this journey. If you've been watching my videos for a while, understand that we also need higher guidance. We have to test our own spirit. And that is why we support each other, we invest in each other's coaching practices, and we all receive guidance. So I call on people that I need to speak wisdom into me. So if you haven't done that yet, you need to check yourself. God is very, very um, clear about this right now. To humble ourselves and make sure that our spirit is clean, is pure as we embark in this next journey and walk into the wintertime season. Uh, if you truly want to be the hope and the light for people's lives, you have to do this. Um, and your teachers come in so many different forms. Um, they're never sometimes who you expect them to be, but they're always going to be people that you strive to be. Um, they've walked paths and experiences in life you have not yet walked, and that is why you need to listen to them and hear them as well before you continue in this flow, this journey of being a prophetic speaker. So that's what I've heard in the spirit so far. Again, if you've been rising in your spiritual gifts, maybe also you've been receiving very profound and strong imagery. So something I've been a little bit more cautious on my journey as a seer is, being able to see the spirits that attack people. It's something I pushed away for a long time. I used to see them when I was a child. I could see all types of spirits, uh, angels and demons. And for a long time, I said, God, I don't want to see that. It's terrifying. But now, at least in the dream world, I'm able to see the exact entities that follow people and attach to people. And in that way, I can target them and put imagery, put words to them in a very descriptive, poetic way sometimes, so that whoever the recipient of the divine message is, can also have an image of this energy that they need to release. So let me give an example, because this can sound scary or schizophrenic to the people who don't understand spirituality, are not on the shamanic path, for example. Um, there's been curses that I've been perceiving of, again, not wanting to trust the prophetic gifts, not wanting to trust the intuition. And so the crown chakra perhaps may be blocked. So I've been witnessing and seeing in the spirit, that the head having an infection, it's an open wound, it has worms, it's disgusting, it's icky, it's from the cold, it's wet, it's oozy, it's just uncomfortable. So if you resonate with that energy, you know what I'm talking about, of the cringy feeling and the uncomfortable feeling of, can I trust my inner voice, this higher voice? And if I don't, um, it's so exposed. It's such a, um, our image, our self-image, for example, how others perceive us, or our feeling of control in the world. Uh, if What if we lose all of that? If the visions and the spiritual downloads are wrong and it's all a lie, right? Like, what is life? And the head, the brain, is such a important part of living. Without the brain, we're dead, right? So that's what I've been seeing in the spirit that's been speaking to myself, of the curses I need to address, and trust that I'm directly downloading, I'm directly connected to my higher self, to Great Spirit, to the source of love. So that's just an example of how you may have been shifting how you receive in the spiritual world. I think that's the last message. Oh, one more message. Um, be sure to understand and accept that you are allowed to have this gift. There still may be some religious concepts and dogma that may be haunting you and following you and preventing you from really stepping into this work. For example, if you are a woman, or maybe you're not in the church, that sometimes you may feel shame or guilt or fear about being this healing force, being your spiritual guide outside of the church. And so, if this is you, you need to let that go, release that. You are indeed a chosen one by God to speak love, to share the messages of heaven. And no, you don't have to be in religion, and no, you don't have to be in a church. You don't have to be a man. You don't have to be a pastor. You just have to have the gift, the tongue for it. And so we might have some more videos in the future of how to sharpen that tongue so that it is pure and loving. But for now, I'm trusting that you all have been journeying with me, and you do have the gift, the tongue, and you are sharing it. And again, we're just holding each other accountable. So if you would like to work with me more directly on your divine communication, the downloads, whether that's written or verbal, if you are a conscious business owner, if you're ready to start campaigning your services as a gift, and maybe it's a little bit more shadowed to be more grounded. For example, I talk about how I am a professional copywriter and I help develop marketing strategies. Well, I'm also a poet. So there's different ways we can communicate and refine our gifts so that people who are seeking but maybe have not accepted yet, but they're searching for you in order to learn who God is and who they are in the spirit. How are you going to package that message? And that's what I'm going to help you deliver November 7th through the 9th. So if that's resonating with you, the workshop is called Let It Be Written. November 7th is coming up. So I hope to see you all there. Only a few seats are available. It's going to be a group coaching space. We're going to be having live conversations. It's a whole weekend together for 3 hours, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So look forward to meeting with all of you very soon. Thank you again for supporting me on this path. Thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for growing with me. And I look forward to meeting with you when you are ready, whether that's in a one on one coaching group workshop or the 90-day coaching portal coming up. And I'll be speaking more about that soon. Again, thank you. I love you. I'll speak to you soon. Peace and love.